Hi, my name is Jordan Hoover, and today I'll be teaching you how to properly sex snakes. So the first conversation that we need to have is that snakes, all of them, have cloacas. So what that is the all-encompassing orifice at the end of their tail, which is that one. So that is their cloaca. There are anal spurs on either side. In some different species, the anal spurs are bigger for males, but these are ball pythons. It's not really that much of a dimorphic difference. And males have hemipenes, so they have penises on either side, so you need to measure only one of them, but they have two of them. Females do not have that, so what you are measuring whenever you are probing is their cloaca length. So females' measurement is going to be very small. This is my female, I'll show you in a second. And then males, you are measuring their entire hemipene length. So it's going to be a much bigger difference. So I will show you how to probe in 1 second. So what I do is I take their tail and put their body in between your legs so they can't come back and bite you. And then you take your probe and you put some gliding liquid on there. And you take their tail and you bend it back. And then you insert the probe in there. And that is the length of her cloaca. Very small, very small. And you put her back. And because she is sexual mature age, you can tell dimorphically how big she is. She's very big. And then my male is much smaller. Let me quickly grab him. I know, bud. And he's much smaller. So that is one difference that you can absolutely tell once they are of age. She's probably 10, he's probably like 5, so they are definitely of age to tell. So you do the exact same thing, grab his tail, grab the probe, bend his tail back, and then you are going to insert the probe in there. Come on. There we go. And that is the length of his hemipene. So that is how you tell. You're not forcing the probe in there. You are just letting it glide through and letting it measure the size of the hemipene. Other people will pop, so they roll the tail up and pop out the hemipene, and that can rupture the sex organs, and that is not good for the snake. So it's not the best to do that, and once they're a certain age, they will use those muscles and hold on to that, so you will not be able to tell. So you'll think you'll have a female snake when you actually have a male, just because you couldn't see the hemipenes pop out. And it's usually best to do on babies, but again, it can rupture sex organs, so it's not the best to do that. As I was talking about dimorphism, so you can tell that that one was a female and that one was a male just because of their size. There are other species that you can tell just by looking at their colors. So waggler eye snakes, also known as temple vipers, you can tell because the females are bright yellow and black, and they are much bigger than the males. The males keep their juvenile colors and their size throughout their entire life, so once they get to a certain age, they do not change. And then females will get much larger and much bigger. And there was a study done at the Singapore Biodiversity Records that were showing that the males stay much smaller and slender and keep their juvenile colors, while females double in size and change colors. There's an obvious way to tell with those guys. And there's a size advantage for certain species. So there was a research done with Richard Shine, how males are bigger in certain species. He did it with colubrids. So with corn snakes, milk snakes, king snakes, and different other kinds, that males will fight for the female. So they need that size to be able to push the other ones away and get to the female. And then there was a BBC article that did the opposite with anacondas that live in South America. The females needed to be at least 4.7 times bigger than the male so that the babies had a better immunity chance and that they could eat the male if they needed to. So if they were being picked on and bullied into reproducing, they could just eat them. But that's about everything. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.